Welcome to Laundry Lowdown, the podcast. We're here to ignite your passion for lingerie and spice up your intimate wardrobe, one sultry piece at a time. Whether you're eager to discover the latest trends, enjoy lively chats, or explore the vibrant world of intimates, we've got you covered. Tune in every Wednesday and Saturday for engaging conversations that inspire, delight, and inform. Get insider peek behind your favorite brands and enjoy everything from silky secrets to unexpected insights. Let's embark on this exciting journey together and make you feel fabulous.
So, hello everyone, we're here for another podcast.
Hello.
And so this is available on, Spotify, Apple, and also like Rumble for the video version. So we are wearing latex right now.
We are indeed. So if you're not watching the video, you're missing out. You're missing out on some cool latex. I'm Maleficent.
And I'm Aurora Phoenix.
Ooh.
Yes, these are meant to be like our favourite pieces, but we have so much latex, we didn't know what to choose. But...
So we thought we'd go for something interesting, something contrasty. So if you're listening, I am in like a baby pink kind of like skirt and like boob tube top with some like black crosses, and
I'll show you. It's hard to like.
Yeah, and Aurora is in like a black kind of like skater
dancer dress.
Yeah.
Hard to like. See, because we need to frame it for sitting down. Mine is from On The Clothing and Maleficent's is from Deviant Clothing. So hers is from a brand that actually it stopped making clothes, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But like they did some really cool stuff. I think they stopped signing in like maybe 2020 or something.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, because from what I've seen of like their designs and stuff, it's really, really like interesting and unique stuff. So it's a shame that it's hard to get hold of it now. Like most of the time it's sort of secondhand or just getting lucky and knowing someone who's got some that they're happy to sell you, basically.
Yeah, I've got like the matching thong to hers.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a cross. So we both got like some crosses. So it's kind of like play on nun, latex nun, or
latex
being religious or something.
Yeah.
How did you get into latex modelling?
I've only really been latex modelling for maybe sort of 6 to 8 months. It was something that I'd like seen lots of people wear. Like I'd seen like you post it a lot, and I always thought it looked amazing. But I kind of, as soon as I looked into it, I got really overwhelmed because I was like, this seems really complicated, really expensive. I don't know how to do this. And then I can't quite remember what the change was. I think I maybe wore some latex on a shoot that someone had, and the images looked great. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna maybe try and start doing some stuff with this. Let's actually like commit some time to learn about latex, how to use it, how to take care of it. And so I've started slowly kind of building my collection. And then I've been quite lucky to actually get to work with some really cool latex designers on a couple of different shoots and get to wear some like really, really unique pieces. So, and I've been slowly building my collection. I don't have as much as you, but I'm slowly catching up.
I've been like modelling latex for like 4 or 5 years, but I've been modelling for like 7 years in total. So I didn't really model latex at the start. I always saw other people wear it and I wanted to model it. I just didn't really get the opportunity. But randomly one day, a long time ago, you could put latex on Amazon, like Amazon wishlist. Now it's not available to be sold via Amazon.
Yeah.
I put a latex dress on my Amazon wishlist. It was like £300. And one day I opened the door and someone bought it for me.
Yeah, wow.
Which I was like amazed at. And I used it for a few shoots unshined. And then I started to buy latex shine. I think it was that one dress that just got me spending and buying more and more.
You got hooked.
Yeah, but now like if I'm looking for something, I will, try and get something from like a sample sale or maybe collaborate with a designer who's going to give me latex or lend it in exchange for pictures or something like that. So I've just been collecting like slowly and just buying bits and pieces when I can.
Yeah, it's definitely a slow process. Like you can't rush into, unless you've got loads of money, you can't rush into buying loads of latex because it's expensive. Like it's very expensive stuff. It makes sense the material's really expensive, but yeah, it's cool to kind of just, it's a lot of waiting for sales and kind of keeping an eye on like who's selling stuff, and if someone's not maybe using a piece, being like, could I borrow that or could I have that? So yeah, I'm slowly but surely building up my collection. I've got I think I've got about 5 pieces now, I think, maybe 6. Not sure.
I've seen you so many different pieces, but it must just be designers.
Yeah, I've been quite fortunate in that I got to work with a really cool designer called Kaori's Latex. So she lent me 2 or 3 outfits for a shoot, and I'd already modeled some of her stuff before. That was how it was. Yes, I did a shoot where the photographer had some of Kaori's latex pieces, and so I wore some of those, and that's how that started. So yeah, I've been able to work with her a couple of times, and then I've also been able to work with a designer called Jonathan Harris, who does like amazing like full length latex gowns and carbon fiber corsets and stuff, so like really avant-garde like couture fashion stuff. But yeah, I wish I owned those ones, but I don't, because they're extremely expensive. I think the corsets that by themselves are around £10,000. So
yeah, I don't actually own a latex corset. Mine's PVC, but it's from Honor and it's patent, and I put it on top of other items. But I really want a latex corset.
Yeah,
and the one that I wanted for like the lowest in price was like £300.
Yeah,
but I know if I can get a latex corset, then I can put it with so many different outfits.
Yeah, you could wear it with lingerie as well, and then if you didn't want to do a full latex look, you could just add the corset, and that would look really, really cool.
Yeah, so I want to get one. This was also from my Amazon wishes. I think I only got purchased 4 pieces of latex, which I was lucky.
That is good.
Back in the day, but it's really old. But it's called their dancer dress from Honor.
Nice.
And it's just one of my favourite dresses because it's just really cutesy. And I have the long sleeve version. But yeah, I just got into it, and I think more people started to see me as a latex model. Like the more I posted pictures of it, and the more popular it got. And I have like an ongoing latex fetish casting, which I just repost every week or 2 weeks just to get latex shoots. And because I've got quite a big collection, a lot of photographers come to me for latex shoots.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something I've noticed. The more I started advertising I have latex, the more people now want latex. I think because it's not something everybody has, because either people just don't want to spend the money on it, some people really don't like wearing it, or they're allergic to it, so it's not something that every model has. So I've noticed the more I've started to post that I have latex, the more people go, oh, can I shoot latex with you? So it definitely sort of snowballs, and then you end up getting more latex, and then you get more bookings for it. So it's interesting to see. And yeah, photography, it does seem quite popular. Like I think a lot of photographers really like it. I mean, it looks great on camera, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, it does seem quite popular with photographers, and like I know you've done some like latex like duos and events and stuff, and people seem to really like that, which is cool.
I think they really like it because they don't own it, or they've never shot it before. So I've been in a lot of people's first ever latex shoots. So many photographers, I've got them into shooting it, and it's just cool. I mean, I love the way that it looks on camera. I love the way that it makes me feel confident in my figure, because it kind of like sucks in everything and puts it into the right places.
It's more flattering than you think it would be. I think a lot of people think because it's so skin tight it's not flattering, but especially if you get good quality latex, it does, it like hugs everything but kind of just cinches everything in, so it ends up being a lot more flattering than you might expect it to be.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I just love how, like, I don't know, confident I feel. Obviously, it depends on the latex. Like, I wouldn't want to be sitting down if it wasn't a skater kind of style. Because we were meant to be sitting down in this podcast and trying to choose what latex to wear was tricky, because obviously sitting down needs to look more flattering. But it depends, like, what kind of latex you have. And there's just so many different ways to style it, and so many different colours and styles of latex. Yeah,
that's been quite fun to learn. Like, I did, like, a styling reel where I did, like, a latex dress, like, 3 different ways to style it, and that was really fun, and it made me think a bit more outside the box instead of just putting a latex dress on, being like, okay, how would I style it for like a night out, pairing with that. And then I did my favorite look I did with it was like a winter cozy look, which I've never thought to do with latex, where I paired it with like tights and like a little cropped jumper, and it looked really, really cute, and people really responded to it well. So it's been fun, like a fun challenge of like how do you style these things, because they are quite unwieldy and they can be quite hard to put on, and they can be a bit like intimidating. So it's been fun to learn about it. And then just continue to sort of play with it. It's been really fun.
Yeah, I think I would say it can get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's not very helpful. Like, if it's too hot and you're shooting latex, you will overheat. If you're too cold, it's not going to insulate you.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit like the best time to shoot it is in like spring or autumn.
Yeah, it's not fun in summer. I've made that mistake a few times. Shooting it during heat waves and things is not fun. Yeah, you get very, very sweaty. And yeah, if you've never worn latex before, it can be a very weird experience because it is so clingy and sticky. Like if you are very sensitive to stuff like that, it can be quite challenging. Like, I'm autistic and I have a lot of sensory issues, so the first few times I wore latex, I hated it. I hated the feeling of it on my skin. I hated putting it on, and now I'm sort of getting used to it, and I enjoy how it looks enough to kind of put myself through some of the discomfort, because some days I do put latex on and I'm immediately like, I'm uncomfortable, I don't like this, I feel too hot. But again, learning ways to kind of manage that has been really, really helpful. Like putting my hair up it's been a big one, because when you've got long hair, it gets stuck to the latex, and that is a nightmare, and that feels horrible for me. So
I think hair's like a problem because we have to put like latex shine, so it's kind of like silicone oil to make it shiny, but it's like really sticky, and then the hair just starts to deteriorate. So what I've learned is for shoots to start with my hair in a bun or a ponytail, and then towards the middle of the shoot take my hair down, or towards the end of the shoot, because the grease just seems to travel up the hair.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Destroy it.
Yeah, and it just feels uncomfortable. But then if you're like maybe a bit intimidated by latex, you can try PVC as an alternative, which is quite good. Like, 'cause it's already shiny, it's not quite as clean, so it doesn't give you like the really nice figure hugging side of it. But if you're like allergic to latex, or you just really don't like the feeling of it, PVC is like a good alternative, and it's more affordable generally as well. So
yeah, I like PVC, but it just doesn't stretch on the body. Like, it just doesn't look like latex. Like, how this looks and how flattering it is, it just looks nice. Like, it's just hard to explain. But I'm really into latex lingerie and short sleeve latex dresses. I do have a few long sleeve pieces, but I just sometimes don't like the feeling, because you can put this like body lube on, and then I can just feel so slimy and just a bit like...
Yeah, like I've
nice.
only done a few shoots in latex cat suits, and they're quite challenging, because you are just covered at that point. And I prefer short sleeve latex as well, because I don't quite like how it sometimes can be quite restrictive, like around your like kind of elbows and stuff. Like latex gloves, like they can be sometimes very restrictive and very tight, and I've had like bruises on my arms from latex gloves before, so I try and avoid them if I can. Like short sleeve gloves are okay, provided they fit, but again, because it's so restrictive, if you've got something in the wrong size, or you have it on for too long, it can get quite uncomfortable. But it does look good, so it's kind of a...
Yeah, I don't know, because I've tried powder in latex long sleeve tops, but it doesn't have the same amount of stretch as if you have body lube. Like, I had a top where I put powder, but it wouldn't go in the right place in my shoulders. I find it gives it a bit more stretch and like comfort when posing. But I like having a shower straight after shooting any of those bodysuits. If there's not a shower at the studio, I might not want to do anything long sleeve.
Yeah, exactly, because then it's like a long train ride home, feeling very uncomfortable and sticky.
Just bad. There's just one photographer who I shot latex with, and I had to go back on the bus.
Oh no.
Who you've shot with in Huntingdon, he doesn't have a shower.
No, he doesn't.
And he shoots a lot of latex. Yeah. It was just, I rinsed my arms in the sink and my legs, but it just wasn't enough. But
no.
I just don't know, I need a shower.
Yeah. It can be quite full on, but it is fun. Like, that's not, don't let us put you off it. It is fun.
It's fun, and it's just something different. I think for modelling, it adds like a more arrow to our bow. Like, it kind of can attract more photographers. It's a different style. It's just fun, and I like the way it looks. I mean, for some people it's a fetish. It's not my fetish.
Same.
But I see it as like even fashion in a way. Like, I think it's a different way to look, and I like the way that it looks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think people sometimes are very quick to be like, oh, if you wear latex, you must be a fetish model, and like neither of us shoot really fetish at all. And just for me it's very much similar. I like it as a fashion item and like an accessory, or like to style it. There's not that fetish element in there for me at all either. Like, if it is for you, cool, enjoy it. But like, it's interesting to see the kind of two different sides to it. There's like a very, very fetish community side to it, and like it's a huge community, and it's really cool to like see how many people love this stuff. But then equally, it's fun to kind of use it more as a fashion item as well.
I think it's crazy. So some people are like aroused by the smell of latex, like they love to sniff it and it really arouses them. There's also latex vacuums where like you're in a vacuum of latex and it sucks your
oh my god,
sucks your skin. I think another model, Zoe Page, did like a podcast about that. So you guys should check it out, with a video of her in the vacuum or something. But it kind of like, they love the feeling of being like, I don't know, trapped, or like the feeling of tightness on the skin. People get aroused, which is weird. Because if something's too tight, I just don't like it. Like, sometimes I'm wearing a latex outfit, I think I don't like the feeling of it. Yeah. But I like the way it looks, so I'll put up with the weird feeling. And
that's pretty much how it is for me. A lot of the time I'm not the most comfortable. Again, for me, like, being autistic, it's like a sensory overload kind of thing. But again, it's always worth it for how good it looks.
Yeah, and I find, I mean, a dress feels, I don't know, tight in some areas, but it's just the way that long sleeves things and leggings feel. Yeah, I don't like leggings. I mean, I struggle. For me, latex leggings don't stay on. Do you have the same problem where they constantly slide down? So I had a pair of latex leggings recently that were made to measure from Latex Capital, and they were amazing. I just put them on and they just fitted with my legs. Nice. But I have a pair of latex trousers that are not made to measure, and they're a pain to get on because I do a lot of weight training and I have quite large, you know, like, muscles on my legs in some areas. I can't like
I
get it
struggle.
above my calf, like have big calf muscles or something.
Yeah, that's why I struggle, because it's like small waist but kind of like bigger hips and like thighs. Like I just find latex leggings just pull themselves back down again. I did a shoot before and the designer had to literally follow me around the shoot, hoiking up the leggings like every 5 minutes because they were just sliding off
I
me.
think they're just wrong for you. Like if you made to measure latex is a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
But I can just tell the difference when something's made for your body and when something is not. Like a lot of the things from Honor, like, because if it's a little dress, they're not made to measure, but I have a lot of latex capital made to measure, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, no, I've never tried made to measure stuff, but yeah, it does sound good. Because that is sometimes the downside when you are just getting stuff in generic, kind of like, oh, it's size small or size 10, like it doesn't quite fit your body right.
No, because with Honor clothing, some of the bras like I'm like one size, and then another thing I'm another size, and I don't really know what size I am.
I struggle. Yeah, I never really know. I generally go for small, but then I bought a bra before and it was way too tight. But then I think a medium would have been too big. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating when things are only in like small or medium, especially with latex. You kind of need a bit more like, or what are the measurements for it at least, or like a bit more. It needs to be more specific, I think. But yeah. Made to measure is the way to go if you can get hold of it.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I started like branching out into coloured latex later down the line. Like my first pieces were black, but now I have a lot of purple and blue and pink, and I like coloured latex as well.
Yeah,
it's
fun. I've got a red latex dress that I really like. That's like one of my newest things I got, because pretty much everything I had was black as well, because that's what you can just buy it in the most easily. But yeah, so I finally got myself a red latex dress, which was really, really cool, from Honor Clothing as well. Honor Clothing is quite a good one if you're very new to latex. They're like kind of one of the better known, like bigger brands for it, and like again, their prices are quite reasonable for latex. Like obviously latex is expensive, but they're a bit more affordable than like some of the designer brands. So they're like a good intro if you're like new to latex. That's usually a good place to go to, and their social media is quite good for like how to put latex on or how to style things. So like if you're really, really new and just want help, like they're quite a good one to go to. But there's so many like latex brands. The more you start like searching, you keep finding more and more cool designers, which is really cool. And like people get really creative with it, which is fun.
Yeah, I think Honor Clothing and the B-Decks are the main ones.
Yes.
And then you just have so many little small brands around it, like Shish Boutique or something, Latex Capital. I also love Northern Rubber Works. I only have like 2 pieces from them because they're so expensive. I think that's been some of my best quality latex.
Oh, nice.
Just like, you don't even need to put powder or anything on it. You can just slide it on some of the skirts. Like it's just such good quality. And you can also get different thickness of latex. Some items are thinner or thicker than others. So it's just like so interesting.
Yeah, it's like you can learn so much about it once you start doing it. There's so much more than just like dresses and things. There's like a huge like other side to it, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, I think so as well. And one thing I was going to say is maybe we could tell people how to like wash latex and how to shine it, maybe for beginners.
Yeah, like because people might not realize like that you actually have to take care of your latex. You can't just like throw it in a cupboard or like leave it out. Like you need to keep it out of direct sunlight because it can fade. You need to be careful when storing latex together, because if you've got coloured latex next to maybe like a cream latex, the colours can wear off on each other and like start staining. Or if you've got latex with like metal like details, that can like start to stain the latex. So it is quite high maintenance. You do kind of have to look after it. But
yeah, I would say so. Like I normally wear latex, wash latex after like wearing it on the same day. But if I'm on a tour or a trip, I have left it for as long as 3 days. How often do you wash it?
I usually will try and wash it after I've worn it. But yeah, like similar to you, if I've been like on a tour on like a studio day or where someone like maybe multiple people have asked for the same latex item, like you can't wash it in between. So there has been a few times where I've had like back-to-back shoots. It's been like a few days, and it's like, okay, I really need to wash this now. It's been like 3-4 days. Like this needs to be washed.
I think, I don't know, rule of thumb I think is if you sweat a lot, definitely wash it straight away.
Yeah.
If you haven't sweated, maybe you could leave it for a day or 2. But the problem is, so like latex is made of contact glue and it's all stuck together. So your sweat can break down the glue and then the latex can start falling apart. Yeah, and also because of just the fact that latex itself has a strong smell, it can hold on to like other smells as well. So if you just kind of leave it for a long time when it's been sweaty, it smells really bad. I once had an experience wearing a dress that someone else had brought to a shoot,
and it had clearly been worn before and it had not been washed, and the smell was horrendous because it had probably been worn by a couple of different people. It smelled really, really bad.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm a professional, so I wore it and I felt very unwell putting that dress on. I immediately went home and showered.
Wouldn't have put it on. I
It was-
probably would have
yeah.
like refused to wear it.
It was like at a big event, like a big group thing, and it was this really cool dress, and I'd already agreed to wear it, so I took it into the change room, opened the bag, and was like, oh no.
But did you tell the photographer to wash it?
I think I did mention like that, especially because that shoot, it was a really hot day as well, so I think after that shoot I was like, it needs to be washed now because I've like gotten really sweaty in this thing. So yeah, that wasn't fun. But yeah.
Yeah, so how I wash it, everyone does it differently. I just get some washing up liquid, no name brand, not the antibacterial one, just like the green washing up liquid. I put it in the bath, leave it for 15 minutes, and then I just spray it out and rinse it and hang it up. And that's it.
Yeah, I do pretty much similar. I don't have a bath, so I do it in the sink, which is a bit more of a pain because I can't fit it all in one go. I kind of have to do one piece at a time. And then, yeah, I'll rinse like any like suds, like washing up liquid suds off it. And then I hang mine up in the shower just while it's like drying. And then, yeah, once it's then dry, I have more mine in like little sealed bags, and then I store it in a little box just because I don't have room in my wardrobe for it all. And yeah, I keep them separated by bags. So again, the colour's not like wearing off, rubbing on each other.
Yeah, mine I just have like a hanging space of latex, but then I put like a, bag in between the coloured and black things. But I'm just running out of space to store my latex.
Yeah, it's surprisingly bulky, and it's also surprisingly heavy, which people don't realise. I think because it's like such thin material, people think it's really light, and so you can bring loads with you. But actually, it gets really heavy really quickly because it's rubber, basically.
I didn't realise I had to do a latex shoot, and I brought like my whole collection, which was a bit smaller than what I have now. It's just got too big now. But my whole suitcase, the photographer picked up, and it was really, really heavy. So like when I'm touring and traveling, I have to be careful how much latex I bring.
Yeah, you have to limit it to just like I have like a couple of really versatile pieces that you can do a lot with, rather than like all the like crazy unique things that you can maybe only do like one look with, because yeah, otherwise it's too much. And if you're traveling and you've got like weight limits on your suitcase, you just can't really bring it with you.
It was the craziest thing. So my suitcase was too heavy on the way back from Portugal, and I normally put it, in the overhead locker, but it was more expensive. So it was 7 kilograms more. I took out my latex and my stilettos from my suitcase, and then it wasn't over the limit. And there was a bag of like one latex dress and like latex lingerie.
Yeah.
And like minus the shoes that weighed like 6 kilograms for like a little tiny teeny bag.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like crazy, yeah. I think I'm learning to drive at the moment, doing driver's lessons, and I have my theory coming up in summer. But I hope that like when I can drive, I can bring more latex and more shoes, but only for UK tours. Like unless I want to drive to Europe, with all the latex. But I'm excited to bring more of my latex collection around. I also have ballet boots. Do you know them?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, they're kind of like ballet boots. They're like ballet style, but have like a spiky heel. And I have some like pleaser heels and like fetish style boots, and I can't bring them because they're too big.
Yeah, so
that would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be good for you to be able to just take more stuff around, and yeah, I'm looking forward to when I have a bit more space to like actually store stuff, and yeah, just start building up my collection more, because I don't have loads yet, but we're working on it. And yeah, I'm like still planning some like events, and I'm planning some more collabs with some lingerie designers, which is cool. I'm doing something else with Kaori end of this month actually. I'm doing a event in like a kind of like a splash pool, so it's all like reflective, and I came up with the idea of let's do like a sci-fi latex theme. So I reached out to Kaori and said, can I borrow some things? So she's sending me some very cool neon latex, which will be really, really cool. So I'm very excited to wear that. Like it's like a neon pink and like a neon green like latex, like really strappy thing. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, her stuff's really, really nice as well. So if you've not heard of her, she's Kaori's Latex Dreams on Instagram, and she does a lot of really interesting pieces that sometimes I think are quite Japanese inspired as well, which is quite cool. So like different like interesting shapes and styles, which is always really fun.
Yeah, we've got like a few minutes or so left. I'm trying to think if there's anything more we can talk about latex.
I know, I feel like we've covered everything there is to know about latex.
I think there's one thing about latex shine. So like latex is shined with like silicone oil, and you can get a few different brands. There's like B-Gloss, and then there's, what's the other one? Pure Coat, but what's
Skin 2.
Skin 2. So there's a few brands of latex shine. There's not a lot, but don't put baby oil on your latex
No.
or anything like that. Like a lot of people think, oh, they can just put olive oil or baby oil and it does the same thing, but
it does not.
Doesn't work. You have to put latex shine on latex to make the shine.
Yeah, because when you buy it brand new, if it's never been worn or washed or shone before, it's not this shiny. It's actually quite sort of flat, kind of matte looking. And then once you shine it up, that's how you get it to like this really cool reflective shine. And then it does kind of hold a bit of shine once you've shined it once. It just sort of stains it a bit. But yeah, you have to re-shine it to get that proper like reflective.
You need to shine it every time you wear it, which sounds crazy. So like you're putting the garment on, shining the garment, shooting the garment, or wearing it to a fetish party and then washing it after. So it just sounds very silly.
It's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
It is a lot of effort, but again, it's worth it for how like interesting it looks, and again for shoots and stuff, it's worth it to have like those unique pieces that people want to book to see you in and shoot you in. But yeah, it's not an easy thing. If you want really low maintenance like clothing, latex is probably not for you.
Yeah, but I just think it's worth it because it looks amazing.
Yeah,
in the pictures. And there is, have you heard of Torture Garden?
Yeah, I have. I've never been, but
So-
yeah, that's a big fetish event that they hold in London, I think every year. And yeah, a lot of people wear latex to that, and you get to see some amazing like outfits and designs that people wear there. People get really, really creative with their outfits too, which is really cool. But yeah, lots of latex at Torture Garden.
Yeah, I went like twice, before COVID. So was this 5 or 6 years ago, I think, a long time ago. But I mainly wore lingerie because it's basically like a club where people wear latex and lingerie, and there's a bar and you can go drinking. There's also a sex room as well. It's quite funny. But yeah, I mainly wore like lingerie with like harnesses because the club gets so hot. But I saw a lot of people in latex cat suits, and I was like, how are you?
Don't know how they do it.
How are you surviving? Like, I went to Torture Garden twice. There's also another one called Antichrist, which I've been to, but I never wore latex to these events. I think because like it was so many years ago, I also didn't have latex yet.
Yeah.
But I saw some cool outfits and it was cool. So a lot of people wear it to like fetish parties, or some people even style it like every day. Like they might wear a pair of latex leggings with a top and go out,
which you can do. Which again, for me, I'd get too hot. Like I can't do it. But yeah, some people go out in full cat suits or go out in full latex dresses to like go out and do stuff. I've seen people out in summer in latex, and I'm like, you're a braver person than me. I could not do that.
Did you see someone in London wearing it?
Yeah, I've seen people in London wearing
That's
latex.
crazy. I haven't.
Yeah. I think I can't remember where it was. It might have been Camden. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Camden. But like, yeah, I've seen people out and about. Not very often, but it happens. Or I'll see somebody and be like, oh, they're doing a photo shoot. I can just sort of tell sometimes from the outfit. I'm like, that's a photo shoot happening. They're probably very warm on this tube. I feel so bad for them.
I did a latex shoot in London with a German photographer. Like we worked in Cologne in one of my German tours, and I was sweating. It was last summer, and I wore my latex trousers and a long sleeve top and a corset. And he booked a hotel for the shoot to stay in the UK, and I said to him, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna have to come back to your hotel room and take a shower.
Yeah.
So I invited myself back to his hotel room and to take a shower, and then I left. But I worked with him before and he was really nice, but it was too hot. Like it was just and central London, like it was interesting.
Yeah. I don't think I'm brave enough to do that. I don't think I could do it. And when I've shot like latex out in like public once, but it was very, very brief. We literally like popped outside, did a few pictures, and then ran back inside, and that was it. And I was like, I'm done. No more. This is scary. People are looking at me. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I guess I just try to not think of the other people. I was so focused on myself being sweaty, I don't think I thought of what was going on. But yeah, we're coming to an end, and we really hope you enjoyed this latex special.
Hope you learned something. Maybe you know more about latex now. Maybe you might go buy some latex. Who knows?
Yeah.
Could be a new thing for you.
So yeah, do you want to let them know your social media?
Yeah, sure. So I'm pretty much only on Instagram now. So my main page is Maleficent_model, and that is Maleficent spelled like the Disney villain. And I have a fashion page called georgia.k.model. I have a Twitter, it's Maleficent Model, but I don't use it. It's pretty inactive now. I'm just basically on Instagram.
Yeah, so my Instagram is at Aurora Phoenix Model. My Twitter's at Aurora Phoenix 4. I'm also on OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/AuroraPhoenix4. I have a promo code. I know Maleficent does as well.
Yes, I think it's Mal10 because you can get 10% discount.
So I have Aurora 10 as well. Lingerie Lowdown to get 10% off all Lingerie Lowdown memberships. So yeah,
lots of discounts you can choose from. So
yeah, and there's loads of reviews on there. We've got duos, solos, trios. Thousands of reviews on Lingerie Lowdown, so be sure to check them out, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah, thank you for listening and or watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Lingerie Lowdown, the podcast. We hope we've ignited your passion for lingerie and are ready to spice up your intimates wardrobe. Come back every Wednesday and Saturday. We're here to inspire, delight, and inform with fresh insights, lively conversations, and exclusive peek behind the brands. Follow us on Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter to stay connected and updated, which is super important. But if you're looking for thousands of exclusive full-length reviews from me and our incredible team of models from around the world, come join us at lingerielowdown.com, where your ultimate go-to source for honest and impartial reviews on everything intimates. Until next time, stay sassy and keep embracing your inner beauty.